What's up, y'all? Today we're gonna talk about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, directed by the same director who directed Creed, Fruitvale Station, and of course the original Black Panther film that dropped in 2018, Ryan Coogler. Now, first of all, in my opinion, this is the best MCU movie that has dropped. I think they have like 23, 24 films in their universe now. Yeah, this is definitely number one for me. And I have no shame in saying it. I've been seeing a lot of people say that it's mid, and I'm just trying to figure out how. Because the amount of, like the quality of execution, the way that they handled a lot of emotional beats. You know, Shuri losing T'Challa, Shuri also losing her mom, Okoye being stripped of her rank, and then Namor losing his people and just showing how he deals with his emotions and how he handles things, just phenomenal. Actually had me feeling some type of way. I'm like, dang, he's spitting, she's spitting. I know why he feeling like that. I know why she feeling like that. I know why everybody feeling how they feeling. It's just really compelling and interesting to me. And I really can't, there's not really many things that I didn't like about the film, honestly. I am so proud of the fact that even though, you know, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, was not a part of this film, you still felt his impact and legacy throughout the film, literally from start to finish. And I just think that that is something that we should definitely celebrate Ryan Coogler and everyone else, the cast and crew and all of those people, for doing such a phenomenal job of honoring his legacy. And I also want to say that I don't think that I would have liked the film better if they did recast someone to play T'Challa. I don't think I needed that. And to be honest with you, Chadwick in the first Black Panther, the script was kind of weak, so he didn't really have much to work with. So he wasn't as interesting. In my opinion, the only reason that the original Black Panther film is so celebrated the way that it is because of Killmonger. Killmonger made that film interesting, not T'Challa himself, which is a shame because Black Panther in Civil War was the best part of Civil War, but he wasn't the best part of his own film. It kind of reminds me of The Dark Knight, how Christian Bale's Batman was definitely overshadowed by Heath Ledger's Joker. So yeah, man, the action was off the chain. You got these Atlantean type of people squaring up with Wakandans. Bruh. Heart was racing every single time. Okoye on the bridge fighting those soldiers by herself, then ultimately getting whooped. Couldn't believe it, but it makes sense. And then something that I also thought about was how, and they even bring this up in the film, they've never faced an enemy that also had vibranium. So them fighting them that have vibranium and they have superhuman strength, and they can endure really brutal blows. Like, bro, I'd be scared too if I'm the Wakandans. Like, they all literally had to leave the city and go and chill with M'Baku in Jabari land. Like, that's crazy. And then I also thought it was really cool how when they flooded Wakanda, it was like terrifying and very eerie, the type of music or the scoring that was playing during that. And in that moment, I said, you know what? I think I want to see Ryan Coogler direct an Attack on Titan film, because that's what it felt like. It was like the walls coming down, it's the end of the world, stuff is hitting the fan just like that. I was like, yes, I need him to do an Attack on Titan film. I don't know if he watches anime or not. If you're watching this, Mr. Coogler, I think you should check out Attack on Titan, and I think you should direct a film on it, or at least a series. But hey, that's just my opinion. I really was surprised. Like, I figured that Angela Bassett would carry the film, but you know who really carried it for me? Letitia Wright, the woman who played Shuri. I was pretty invested every time Shuri was on the screen. I was like, dang, she is acting her tail off in this movie. Like, I'm actually not mad that she's a Black Panther, because going into it, I was like, I don't really see her as a Black Panther. I really don't really. And I know it happens in the comics, but even then, I'm like, I'm not really too on board with it. But seeing her in this film, I said, yeah, she got it. She got it. Yeah, and as serious as this film is, and when I say serious, I mean like them handling themes such as loss and grief, it was pretty inspiring too. Like choosing to not be consumed by the darkness, as we all saw Killmonger trying to persuade Shuri when she met him in the ancestral plane. And I just think this is really inspiring, because I always say all the time, it's much easier to fall to a life of hate and cruelty than it is to be, or to follow a life of shedding or spreading love and light in the world, because yeah, that's just how the world is set up. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I wasn't surprised when I saw him. There are two things in this movie going in I figured would happen. The Queen would die, because we have to establish Namor as this serious antagonist, villain, whatever you want to call him. So I figured going into it, I'm pretty sure the Queen is gonna die. And I saw a lot of people were mad about that, but I mean, he literally said, I'm gonna come back and kill you if you tell anyone about me. And what he do? He flooded Wakanda, came back and killed her in front of her family and fellow Wakandans. And then number two, I figured Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger would appear at some point in the film. Because one of my theories I had was, what if when she goes into the ancestral plane, she somehow brings Killmonger back? Because, you know, it's a comic movie, like you can do whatever you want. But no, they just show him trying to talk to her, which I thought made sense, especially for the script that they came up with. Yeah, man. And I think one of my favorite lines is, and I know this is random, is when M'Baku is like, his people do not call him General or King. They call him Khan. Like, bruh, he said that line so smooth. And it also like just further emphasizes how much of Namor is a god to his people. And therefore killing him would risk eternal war. And I was like, you know what? The Wakandans don't really want to square up with them for an eternity, I'll tell you that. So ultimately, you know, Shuri choosing to not kill Namor, I do think that was the best option for that situation. However, I do think some villains do need to be put down, and I don't think you can rehabilitate some villains, like the Joker. But yeah, for Namor's instance, I think that was the right call. And I love how Queen Ramonda came in from the ancestral plane and was like, show him who you are. Like, that jump made me tear up, like, oh my God. That jump was fire. But yeah, so I really enjoyed Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It was a 10 out of 10 for me. I definitely put it at #1 in the MCU movies for me. Yes, I put it over the Avengers. I put it over all of the Avenger movies. I put it over the Doctor Strange movies, the Captain America movies, the Spider-Man movies, whatever MCU film you want to name, I put it over it. And I feel like I can make a strong argument for it. So yeah, like the scoring was great, the script was great, cinematography was great, the fighting scenes were great, the acting was phenomenal. Yeah, I really don't have many gripes. Well, I'm lying, there's one gripe I have. It's the fact that Ironheart's suit and the suits that Shuri created for Okoye and that other soldier, I can't remember her name at the moment, those things look terrible. They literally look like a Dollar General Halloween costume for the Power Rangers or something. Like, they look absolutely awful. I said, I don't know who approved that. I'm sure Ryan. There's no way Ryan approved that. If he did, sir, what you doing? Like, the movie was phenomenal beside that. I did not like how those suits looked at all. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely my #1 MCU film. And I'm also going to attach my ranking at the end of this video so you all can see where I rank certain MCU films, and you can debate, or you can agree, or you can just tell me whatever you think. But yeah, you definitely should go check out Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It is out in theaters now. Go with a friend, go with your partner, go with whoever, go by yourself. You're gonna enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, peace out. Wakanda forever.